Welcome in. 9:25. Better late than never. Allison Combs joins us now, Longevity Senior Living. Really great to have you in the studio, and great to have you here on a Thursday morning. Longevity seems to be doing pretty great. Where do we start?
Well, better late than never is a great place to start when it comes to senior care. That's for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and there's so many things where until you're in that realm of just in that ballpark, whether it's, grandma, grandpa, mom and dad, aunt and uncle, you name it, you don't really realize how vast of a web it is, and really just making sure you have the best knowledge for what your loved one or what yourself really need in terms of care, and making sure you can provide that,
100%. Absolutely. I always say unless if we talk about it, those that are advocating for those that are getting older are just guessing on what to do. So really some good proactive conversations is the key, and just bringing it to the table and talking about it, period, is a great way to start.
How long have you been at Longevity?
I've been at Longevity since they had their takeover in October of this year, and I've been at this community in Godfrey for a year and a half. Before that, I was at our sister community in Granite City for 4 years prior.
Fantastic. So you've been around the organization for a little bit.
I have.
What stands out to you, and especially in when it comes to, just for folks and what they're looking for in terms of their senior living, what do you kind of advise, and what do you see at Longevity, just your time being there?
Absolutely. I love that we are very different than others. First of all, not to age myself, but I've been in the field for a while now. My background is in long-term care and rehab setting. And back in the lovely COVID times of 2019, I had to make a switch. So that's when I switched over to assisted living. And in that setting, I've really seen a need, because the nursing homes are not really what they used to be once upon a time. And at Longevity Living, we're offering up to 5 levels of care, which is a lovely way to really age in place, bypass that nursing home setting. And unless if you're needing a more clinical type of care, which most of us are not at this stage of the game, we're just trying to have a great fun time. And you can do that on the stationary cruise ship of Longevity Living in Godfrey for sure.
So how many locations does Longevity have? Is it just the Godfrey location?
We have another one in Granite, actually. We have one that is assisted living, as well as Godfrey is assisted living. And then in Granite, we also have a very...
Their mind.
Usually kind of just how to begin, how to start the conversation, because it is scary. A lot of times, too, we're switching this role of our parents or our elders that were our caregivers now need some support and love from us. And it's kind of a weird toe we have to walk of a changing of the guard, if you will say. All of a sudden now you have to do something for the matriarch of your family. It feels weird. You also don't want to step on toes. You want to be respectful of their wishes and their choices. And so let's just have those conversations and put the power back in their court.
It's so important. And, I think part of it too is you hear, not you, but we hear all these, horror stories throughout the country every once in a while of things that maybe situations that aren't the best. And it's our loved one. It's mom, dad. It's, whoever's in our life that we're taking care of. And so I'm sure there's, not necessarily, the wall completely up, but it's, a little bit tense just to kind of learn a new setting, a new place, and trusting, your loved one's care with a whole new group of strangers that they're going to become your family.
I'm never going to take care of the mister like that Mrs. Can.
Right.
I mean, she's been with him for 72 years, knows how those eggs need to be cooked, the whole 9 yards, know how to tuck them in just the right way. I cannot do that. But what I can do is sit and listen to the missus, hold her hand through the process, and really hear how he needs care. We ask for, a life story on everyone before they come. We want to know every little quirky detail of how they do like their eggs, to what's their favorite little dessert and kind of music that they like to listen to. So on their roughest days, we know how to advocate and show up for them.
I like that. And it's really, I think it's so important. And I think so many times maybe an older adult gets a little nervous about that transition, if that's something.
I would too.
Oh, you kidding me?
I would too. I'm not like it at all.
I feel bad for my kids already, because I am going to be the worst when it comes to, going with the flow type of stuff. But, I think it's so important though, because, for older adults, maybe they think they have a stereotype of a senior living or any type of situation like that. And I'm sure you see it time and time again where folks come in and, everything's okay. It's like purgatory. Could be better, could be worse. And then they get into longevity, and you see them really start to thrive mentally and emotionally, and also, physically a little bit, getting back into some familiar strengths.
In community.
Yeah.
People need people. And as we age, we get very isolated in our worlds. We stop being able to get to the grocery store. We stop being able to go to church. We stop being able to see our friends. We don't have any more friends. They're all gone. They're all being taken away. They're passing away. It becomes lonely, right? So again, people need people. So community style is nice. The number one thing that I remarkably, it was kind of an aha moment to me recently. Somebody said the other day, they said, you know why we chose your community? And I'm used to hearing like, because they have a friend that lives here or because they have a granddaughter that works here.
Sense.
You know, there's some connection.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. I go, oh, I'd love to know. And they said, because when we toured you guys, all the residents were smiling. Like people were happy and friendly here. And
That's
I
such a
really...
good point.
Honestly, I hadn't even thought about that. But as I'm in other communities or in different locations, or even just visiting people in home before they come to us, it's kind of a sad place.
Yeah.
They're very lonely. So coming to a vibrant place where you have a friend to share lunch with every day and a bingo and a Bible study on occasion, as well as arts and crafts and whatnot.
Life is
it's
back
fun.
There. Yeah.
Well,
you know, and I just think, you know, it's so important because you can't have a marketing budget big enough to buy smiles, you know?
Amen to that. Yeah,
it's so kind of internal. So, you know, take me through the assisted living component of Godfrey. What's on site? What can we expect? And is there a wait list?
So it kind of depends on what floor plan you're looking for.
Okay.
So 2-bedroom apartments, you're going to have a wait, unfortunately, probably like a year wait. Okay. So it takes a minute to get those. I just don't have very many. The people that built the building, we needed more 2-bedrooms. We don't have them. Sorry to tell you. It is what it is. Okay. 1-bedrooms, I got plenty of them. And fun fact, I actually had a couple that took 2 separate 1-bedrooms. We got them across the hall from one another. It was adorable.
So I was going to say, like, for some people, I know my grandparents, they didn't sleep in the same bed.
Right.
So why do you know, get 1 bedroom and just be neighbors? You know?
That's right. They can visit each other when they want, still have all their meals together, go down to the dining room, so on and so forth.
Watch their own cute TV show, you know?
Exactly. And turn it up as loud as they need without bothering the other. Yes, all the things. But yeah, so basically what I tell people is we are like a stationary cruise ship for seniors. Okay. So we're going to wine, dine, entertain, have a good time. Arts and crafts, live entertainment, transportation, those kind of things are on hand, right? Then let's say you need assistance inside your apartment.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have 5 levels of care. So really, you can age beautifully in our community. You can be as independent as still driving, coming and going as you wish. You just want somebody to cook and clean for you. Me too. Sign me up, right? Just go down, order whatever you like from our restaurant style dining room. Breakfast, you know, everything, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then beyond that, you can pick and choose the activities you want to join in. One lady's favorite thing about us is that we leave her alone, and she literally just goes to meals and then comes back to her apartment. So you can do what you want. We're not going to hound you. And then all the way up to, let's say, unfortunately, maybe you've had a stroke, and now you are very dependent on somebody to help you get dressed in the morning, help you put you to bed. Maybe you can function a bit day to day, but really need help with transferring and dressing changes and toileting, things like that. We can do that. That's what 5 levels of care is.
See, that's important, I think, because, you know, so many times, you get someone in a place and it's great for a couple of years, but unfortunately, you're right. You know, strokes happen, the fall happens, you know, whatever happens to kind of...
We're all aging.
It happens.
Everything's coming for all of us. Yeah.
We aren't immune. And so to know, though, that you aren't going to have to go, oh, you know, crap, we got to find a new place. You know, we just got mom or dad out of the hospital. We got 2 weeks or whatever of rehab, and then we got to find a new extended or, you know, a new skilled nursing facility or whatever it is. It's good to have those stages.
100.
What's kind of when would be the decision at like a level 5 where you guys go, well, maybe this is time for somebody, you know, for a different setting? You know, does that ever happen?
It does happen. Okay. Full transparency. So the state of Illinois tells you by the Public Department of Health what you can and can't do for certain levels of care, right? So really clinically, if there's clinical issues, like we have major things going on, like a tracheotomy, we have a feeding tube. We are now a Hoyer lift, meaning we're a mechanical transfer from a bed to a chair. We cannot do those things. Okay. By state of Illinois, that means you need a nursing home, unfortunately. All right. Beyond that, to be honest, we can manage it. And if we can't, we're going to figure out the right support to bring in because we're an apartment building. So that's the other beautiful thing. Because of that, we can bring in other services. We have hospice in our community. We have other additional... Absolutely, because you can age in place.
That's
Who fantastic. Are we to say you've lived there for 5 years? Now all of a sudden something has happened and you're 92. we don't want you to leave. We're attached to you as much as you're attached to us. Oh my gosh. We become very much family. So I've watched it. I've watched staff rally around people and offer family 24-hour care, just volunteering because they really love this resident, so they can stay successfully, even if it just be for a couple more weeks, because we know this is near the end of their time.
Wow, this is incredible. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, talk with Allison some more, learn more about longevity. Every time I switch the scene now, it just like eliminates my lower third. I'm not doing this to you on purpose, Allison. Allison Combs is here. She's the Director of Sales and Marketing, Longevity Senior Living, locations in Godfrey and in Granite. Mm-hmm. And then we'll learn more about all the great work being done next.
Looking for the perfect camper for your next getaway? Visit Coleman's Country Campers at 2 Fun Lane in Hartford, Illinois, where families have been finding travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and RVs since 1991. Call 618-254-1180 and let their friendly team help you find the right camper for your next adventure. From weekend camping trips to cross-country memories, your journey begins at Coleman's Country Campers, because at Coleman's, adventure starts on Fun Street.
This July, the fastest boats in the world take over the Mississippi. Catch the thrill of F1 powerboat racing. July 17th to 19th at Riverfront Park in Alton, Illinois. Speed, rivals, champions. This is more than a race. It's the Midwest National. Kicking off with the Meet and Greet Street Party July 17th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at Max in downtown Alton. Cold beer and live music. Alton Midwest Nationals F1 powerboat racing. July 17th to 19th. Don't miss the action.
If you think you might be pregnant, you don't have to face it alone. At Vitality Women's Clinic, you'll find the care you deserve. We offer confidential, no-cost pregnancy testing, ultrasounds, and STI testing. Our team is here to listen, support you, and help you understand your options without pressure or judgment. Walk in or make an appointment today. Call 618-466-1690 or visit vitalitywomensclinic.org. Vitality Women's Clinic, clear answers, real support.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
As the storm hits, your roof protects everything underneath it. Trust the storm damage and roof replacement experts, Archer Roofing and Restoration, providing free inspections, help with insurance claims, and offer financing options that make replacing your roof affordable. Proudly veteran-owned and community-focused. We're here when our neighbors need us most. Call 618-575-0016 or visit archerroof.com today.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
If you thought quality home building was a thing of the past, think again. Welcome to Ralph G. Pasley Custom Homes, an award-winning builder known for craftsmanship, attention to detail, and homes designed around the way you live. From thoughtful design to expert construction, every home we build reflects decades of experience and a commitment to doing things the right way. Ralph G. Pasley Custom Homes, award-winning homes built with pride. Visit Pasley.com to learn more and start building your dream home today.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Firearms training shouldn't feel intimidating. At Precision Point Armory in Bethalto, we focus on safety, confidence, and real-world skills. Whether you're new or renewing your concealed carry, you'll get professional instruction without pressure. Learn safe handling, sound decision-making, and proper techniques tailored to your experience level. If you're looking for premium firearms training in the heart of Bethalto, Illinois, call 618-779-9947 or go to precisionpointarmory.net and train with with confidence today. Meet the Classic Edge HDX outdoor wood furnace. Best-in-class efficiency, durability, and smart technology. At Backyard Boilers, we're your trusted central boiler dealer, bringing you EPA-certified outdoor furnaces that burn up to 60% less wood. With the Firestar controller, you can monitor your system right from your phone. Built with titanium-enhanced stainless steel, these furnaces are made to last. Call Backyard Boilers in Perry, Illinois today at 217-473-7568 and make this your warmest, most efficient winter yet.
Nobody cares what I know until they know that I care. And here at Stevens Planning, we establish a relationship built on trust as soon as you walk through our doors. We cover every aspect of a solid retirement plan. We will help you with investment choices as well as address and acknowledge your plans for financial development. It's our responsibility to help you safely and efficiently navigate your finances. You are the reason we're here, and whether you choose to join us at Stevens Planning, allowing us the opportunity to secure your future or not, we look forward to getting to know you.
Welcome back. My favorite part of the show is the commercial break. You know, this has been a great segment. I want to thank John because I've had a lot of personal questions to ask Allison, and we're getting there. We're getting some answers today, and they'll be there for you. Longevity Senior Living in Godfrey. Granite City has the memory care facility with 26 rooms. You guys are also hiring, too.
We are. Yeah, we are hiring some caregivers. We have a lot of very cute, but Lewis and Clark has an awesome nursing program, right? So we have a lot of nursing students that come and are caregivers, and it's a wonderful introduction into geriatric care as well. It's quite entertaining where I work. So yeah, come on down. We're usually hiring in dietary, some caregivers, and on occasion there might be a management type position open. Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I'm very partial to Lewis and Clark and their nursing program. My dad taught microbiology there forever, so it was nice. So that was kind of the final step in the hurdle. If you had him, it's not my problem. He was a tough teacher, I'll forward that email along. But going into it's such a rewarding career too. But you have to truly be made for it, and it seems like everyone at your and just by talking to you and hearing just some of the stuff online and reading it, you have a really dedicated and passionate staff, and I think that's more important than anything when it comes to this field, is having just a really passionate, motivated group that is there to work and not there to think about how long they've worked that day,
Yeah, for sure. So cool. It's just like you can tell with like your kids whenever you take them to daycare or school, like the parents that can tell the teachers that are really
welcome in. It's 9:44 on this Thursday morning.
Yeah, exactly. Same with your doctor when you go in. You can tell who's passionate and excited to be there for the people. I have found my calling. Do not send me to daycare. I do not like children at all. I will take all the elders all day long. I will chat with your grandparents and as long as I can. Truth be told. I'm the oldest of 6, so I've had my fill of when I say that's my excuse.
Yeah, I'm almost through it. I got another 4 years, I think. With that, I know that we were talking during the break. You have this, webinars every month that are Aging in Place, is what they're called.
It's called Aging 101.
Oh Jesus, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. We're all here to learn today. Aging 101, and really, to be honest, it's nothing about finding placement. It is talking to you about what you're going to do if and when throughout all the aging process.
That's important.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So usually what happens, I've been in the field for a long time, right? Background in rehab and nursing care, and then I progressed into assisted living. In assisted living, I still don't have a lot of people willingly walking through saying, hey, I want to move in here for an apartment, right? 70% of people that move in, we're moving in because families moving them in during crisis mode of some kind.
Yeah.
We've recently broken a hip. Now our house is no longer set up for us.
Yeah.
Things like that. We need a handicap accessible apartment, whatever the case may be. here's an idea. Maybe let's have some conversations and get proactive and go tour some communities before you end up in the hospital and possibly then need something. I'm also not a permanent solution. Maybe you just need to put a pin in it and come stay with me for 60 days while the kids rehab the bathroom at home. And then you can go back to the house. Okay. So nothing is permanent unless we choose for it to be so.
Yeah,
right.
Well, and I think that's really, such a great point, though, because, so many times it's always a reactive thing because no one wants to admit that we're all getting old. We're all going to get older. We're all going to get to a point where we're going to move on down the road, And so it's like preventative maintenance on your house or changing your oil, to get that stuff done ahead of time prevents the major issues. And in this, it's not preventing a major issue. It's preventing major headaches and
100%.
And honestly, keeping families together because, this in your field, you've watched families get torn apart over things like this because everyone cares. Everyone's passionate. Maybe there's something that happened 5 or 7, 17, 70 years ago. Who knows? That's just kind of in the back burner of everyone's mind, and conversations happen so quick and things happen, decisions happen because they're fast moving, and boom, you have a major problem on your hands.
For sure. Yep. You've got the one sister who's here doing the day-to-day, and then the auntie who lives far away, but now it's crisis mode. So auntie flew into town, and she's actually the POA, and so she says, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da is happening. And now all of a sudden I have 6 different family members in my office, which is why I have tissues. And, we'll talk through it and figure it out. It's okay.
You
we
have
don't
experienced
have a social
this
worker,
before.
But I can pretend to be one on
You've
Tuesdays.
You've experienced this before.
Yes. But again, if we're proactive,
that's what it's about,
we can do it.
Yeah.
So this Aging 101,
that's where it goes
the
back
last
to.
Tuesday of every single month, we talk about a new step and phase of it. How are we going to get our affairs in order for the next steps? Okay. And let's just talk about the what ifs. Your ideal plan is what? All right. How can we make that happen? And then let's talk about maybe a plan B and C. I had this one lady who called me the other day. She goes, well, my dad's in the hospital. I found your folder in here. There was a Post-it note on it. Do you know him? And I said, absolutely. We talk every month. He's on my follow-up Fridays. I call every Friday once a month to check in and see how my buddy is doing. He goes fishing in our fishing pond in the back of our property, fully stocked with bass and bluegill. Please come fish. And we just always have a delightful conversation. But the point is, he had been proactive. Yeah. He was one of my rare ones that had been proactive. He had a dementia diagnosis that his doctor had given him. And he said, I'm cool to live at home now, but if and when I can't, I want to be in the powerhouse wheel. And I also don't want to leave my daughter with oh crap, now what do I do if and when she gets that phone call? So bless his little heart, very type A, speaks to my heart, and very organized. And so he had a little folder on his desk that said, if and when I'm in the hospital, please open. And he literally had plan A, B, C, and D. This is what I want to do. And he had it all lined out for her. Could you imagine if we all had that? Oh, our lives would be so much easier.
Children would be very happy.
Yes.
You also have events coming up. Let's touch on those before we wrap up.
Yeah, absolutely. So we try to have a fun event every single month. Well, don't try it. We do. The upcoming one is Mutts and Melons. Fun fact, I love my dog. And we allow pets to live at our community.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah. Why? You've always had them. Why do we have to say they have to leave now? So come bring your mutts and enjoy some melons on the porch on August 6th at 2:00. We're going to have a little meet and greet on the front porch, and then we're going to have a little pet parade inside the building. Fun fact, if you make 7 loops inside, it's a mile. So we're going to take a little loop around, or 7, whatever you want to do with the dogs. The residents will be there. They love to see the pets. They'll have some treats for your dogs, and let's have some mutts and melons and hang out.
Really cool. So open to the public type of event?
Open to the public. I have one every single month. So definitely hit me up. My cell phone number, 618-381-0227. You can call or text me. I'll put you on my event list, and I'll send you the direct link to our Aging 101 workshop if you're interested. And let's just talk about all those what ifs and put some things in play and just learn how to bring up the conversations with the family. It doesn't mean you're moving into assisted living. Just means let's talk about those what ifs so we can be proactive about life.
Absolutely. Allison, it was great talking to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
At 9:50, we'll link everything in an article on RiverBender.com, LongevityLivingofGodfrey.com. You can learn more there and learn more about their locations throughout the Riverbend region. We'll take a quick break, come back, wrap up the night next.